del socialismo.
In a dramatic show of force, President Donald Trump announced Tuesday that U.S. military forces obliterated a Venezuelan drug vessel in the southern Caribbean, killing 11 suspected traffickers. Trump shared explosive drone footage on Truth Social, showing the speedboat engulfed in flames, calling it a warning to anyone daring to bring drugs into the United States. The vessel was linked to the notorious Venezuelan gang Tren de Aragua, labeled a terrorist group by the U.S., and Trump accused President Nicolás Maduro of controlling it, claims Caracas vehemently denies.
Very big deal. When you come out and when you leave the room, you'll see that we just, over the last few minutes, literally shot out a boat, a drug-carrying boat, a lot of drugs in that boat. And you'll be seeing that and you'll be reading about that.
The strike underscores Trump's commitment to confront drug traffickers aggressively, leaving no ambiguity about U.S. intentions in the region.
Suffice it to say that the president is going to be on offense against drug cartels and drug trafficking in the United States. It destabilizes not just the country, but the entire Caribbean basin. These particular drugs were probably headed to Trinidad or some other country in the Caribbean, at which point they just contribute to the instability these countries are facing. So the president's been very clear that he's going to use the full power of America and the full might of the United States to take on and eradicate these drug cartels, no matter where they're operating from and no matter how long they've been able to act with impunity. Those days are over. The president's top obligation is to secure the national interest and the national security of our people.
The operation marks a rare and audacious U.S. military move in the Americas, coinciding with a massive naval buildup in the region. 7 warships, including a nuclear-powered fast-attack submarine, patrol the southern Caribbean, signaling Washington's readiness to crush drug cartels wherever they operate. Maduro fired back at Washington, turning the focus from Trump to the officials he says truly control the White House. The Venezuelan leader framed the strike as part of an insider agenda and singled out Rubio as the real force behind U.S. actions.
The youth of the United States does not believe the lies of the White House commander, Marco Rubio, because the one in charge of the White House is Marco Rubio, the Miami Mafia, which wants to fill President Donald Trump's hands with blood.
Deploying troops along Venezuela's coast, Maduro reinforced the message that the U.S. strike is part of a broader plan dictated by Washington insiders, not the president himself. Critics warn the use of lethal force against suspected traffickers is extreme, but the Trump administration is sending a clear message. U.S. forces will strike first and strike hard, showing that the country is no longer content to let drugs reach its shores and is willing to destroy any threat in its path.